Things are different when it comes to seals and eels. Just try to wrap your head around it. Who would stick an eel up their nose? Seals would. They're mischievous enough to try something like this just for fun. The thing is, such behavior is really dangerous. In the remote northwestern Hawaiian Islands, there have been at least 3 or 4 cases of seals found with eels lodged in their noses. Although no seal has died or got seriously injured by the eel, having a dead animal in one's nose can have potentially adverse health effects. At least because, while diving, a seal with an eel in its nostril won't be able to close it, and water can enter the lungs of the animal and cause pneumonia. Not to mention that the dead eel will start to decompose, and this will lead to infections that have got to be treated. This is quite problematic when the animal lives in the wild, which is why people usually pull eels out of seals' noses. But it'd be nice if animals stopped putting them in there. Though domesticated animals have their problems too. For example, it doesn't seem like hens really care about their offspring. Unlike other birds that make their own nests and carefully lay eggs, hens don't really care about that. People make a soft landing for them on the floor, but even in such conditions, the hens somehow manage to lay eggs straight from the perch, drop the eggs, and break them. Or lay eggs while standing, which increases the risk of cracks. Does it bother the hens? Nope. They actually don't care what would happen to the offspring. But that's not even the biggest issue, because hens can get addicted to the taste of their own eggs. This bad habit occurs when one hen tastes a cracked egg, and then others see it and begin to do the same. If this happens often enough, such hens have to be isolated. However, hens can peck their own eggs not only because they realized how tasty they are, but simply out of boredom, or out of curiosity to check what's inside. To fix this problem, experts recommend arranging brain-stimulating activities for hens. Stimulates hens' brains. I could never expect they might need that. While hens eat their own eggs quite often, the story of the rooster named Batiar is unique in its own way. The thing is, this rooster crows until he faints. Batiar lives in Turkey and became an internet star after his owner filmed his strange crowing. The rooster kept crowing until he got exhausted and fainted. Naturally, this unusual behavior of the rooster caused heated debate. After all, there had to be a reason why the bird is so determined to crow until he passes out. Some believe that this may be caused by the temperament of the rooster. He just doesn't know when to stop. Others suggest that Batiar may be trying to tell us something important, but he simply doesn't have the strength or time for people to understand it. Whatever the case, Batiar became so popular for his crowing, he was about to go on a world tour, and people were offering to buy the rooster for several $1,000s. It's unlikely that was Batiar's plan all along, but who knows? Actually, of all animals, birds are the ones who do the stupid things most often for some reason. While hens don't care what happens to their eggs, other birds don't bother feeding the already hatched chicks. Or rather, they don't really think what they're doing. While adult birds can enjoy a variety of bird foods, a large number of seeds and nuts represent a choking risk for fledglings. If the food's too large for the fledgling's throat, it may suffocate because the food ends up in the airways and may block them. Parents of fledglings sometimes have no idea how much food their offspring needs. They bring a lot of food and put it right in their throats. Best case scenario, the fledgling will cough and shake its head after this. In the worst case, well, you get the idea. But okay, there's a reason why bird parents act like that. They're just trying too hard. What about the bird that puts its head in the crocodile's mouth? I mean, it actually put it there. Perhaps it just didn't know that crocodiles have about 4,000 tiny raised black spots on their heads, especially along their jaws, inside their mouths, and between their teeth. These spots are very sensitive, roughly like the tips of a person's fingers. Even a light touch, for example, when a bird sticks its beak into a crocodile's mouth, is registered by the crocodile, which then immediately closes its jaws around whatever is inside. Well, maybe this bird just wanted to clean the crocodile's teeth. You've probably heard of this kind of symbiotic relationship. The Egyptian plover is sometimes called the crocodile bird because it supposedly flies into the mouths of crocodiles to feast on rotting meat stuck between its teeth. Although ancient historians such as Herodotus wrote about it, modern scholars consider it more of a myth than a reality. So far, there's no photographic evidence to prove this actually happened. There are no reports or other observations by scientists. So even if the bird wanted to enter into a symbiotic relationship with the crocodile, it just became part of the myth.